Now that we're moving into the holiday season, I want to share a few sewing gift ideas that you can make and give to your loved ones. Not only that, but you're definitely going to have so much fun creating these projects and they will get you in the holiday mood. This video is created in partnership with Brother. So we will begin with the easiest one, and it's stitching the greeting cards on your sewing machine. Now, any sewing machine can be very easily converted into embroidery machine. And what we need to do is we need to lower the feed dock so that they don't move the fabric. And we also need to install the free motion embroidery presser foot, which most likely came already with your sewing machine. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some nice paper, fold it in half, and on top I'm going to roughly sketch the drawing that I want to stitch out on my greeting card. Now on the sewing machine I'm going to lower the presser foot and I'm going to start moving the paper. I'm going to do that myself because the feed docks are disengaged and they cannot move the fabric. So I'm going to move the paper in any direction that I want. I can move it forward, I can move it to the side, I can move it backwards, and in this way I'm going to slowly stitch out the design that I want to make. Now, this is a very simple idea. You can sew it on any sewing machine that you have, and I stitch it out using Brother PQ1600S straight stitch machine. So this can be done on any sewing machine that you have. What I like about this gift idea is that it's very simple to make, and it's definitely going to give wow effect because most likely no one has received a stitched out greeting card before. And so this is a very simple, quick and easy to make gift idea, but it will definitely get your creativity sparkling. Now for this next project idea, we are increasing the difficulty just a little bit, and I want to give you an idea to make your own Christmas ornaments. Now, I personally am a classic lover, so because of that, I stitched out this beautiful round Christmas ornament. Now, this is a very simple project to make. You don't need to buy a special pattern. I drafted the pattern myself, so I will include the measurements for the 8 centimeter diameter ball. And here is the formula how to calculate the measurements if you want to create a bigger or smaller ball. So all we need to do is we need to stitch together 3 pieces to create half spheres, then put those spheres together, sew almost around, leaving very short seam unstitched so that we can turn the ornament inside out, attach the hanger, the thread for hanging, turn the ornament inside out and fill it with batting, or if you have lots of fabric scrap, you can use it as well. Then using a hand stitch, you simply close that opening and that's it. You have created this beautiful, beautiful Christmas ornament. Now you can use fabric scraps or fabric that's just beautiful, or if you want to make it extra special for the person that you're going to give it to, you can use some special fabric. Let's say if you're visiting a mother, maybe she would like to receive an ornament made from old baby clothes that are no longer used, and then the ornament gets like a very special, meaningful value. Now, as I said, I am a person who loves those classic rounded Christmas ornaments, but of course you can get very, very creative with different shapes. And another ornament that I made was actually for my son is the peekaboo ornament. So I stitched out the teddy bear silhouette with a transparent fabric at the belly, and I filled it with candy. And this is going to be a very special ornament that I'm going to hang on the Christmas tree, and my son will have a task to find that special ornament. So I actually, before making this final design version, I made a small sample bear to see how everything is going to look. My son saw this bear and he just grabbed it and he loved it, and he just walked around the entire morning already with this ornament with no candy. So I definitely think it's going to be a very successful gift on the Christmas morning. By the way, I'm going to post the tutorials for these projects, so I will link them in the description box once they are posted. Both the rounded ornament and the peekaboo ornament were very, very quick and easy to create. You can make them using fabric scraps, but they will definitely get that wow effect. So another gift that I have already prepared for my son is the Christmas sock. Now this project is very, very beginner friendly. It's literally 3 seams and this is it, and it's very quick and easy to make, but what I love about this is that you can decorate it any way that you want. So I took some red knit fabric that I already had and I padded it with batting and quilted on the top to give it a nice quilted look. Then I put two pieces together, stitched around, cut the lining, which was 12 centimeters higher than my sock, so that we can create this folded part right here. Stitched around the lining as well, then put lining and the main fabric at the top together, sew around, leaving small opening to turn everything right side out. Then I closed the opening and just folded the lining, and this is it. This is how easy it is. I also added a small ribbon so that I can hang it anywhere where I want, and I have created this beautiful, beautiful Christmas sock. So this is a very easy and quick project to make. You don't need a special pattern. I simply drew the shape that I want for the sock to be on piece of paper and use that as my pattern. What I like about this project is that it's not only very quick and easy, but you can get your creativity sparkling again and you can decorate it any way that you want. So I will link a few tutorials on different decorating sewing techniques. Like maybe you want to do the free motion embroidery and add the name of the person you're going to give this to. Maybe you want to add appliques, maybe you want to do some fabric manipulation, maybe you want to do some quilting. So this is really something that you can get very, very creative, and you will be able to create a very lovely gift that will be used for years to come. So this next idea is not for the gift itself, but more for the gift packaging, because if you're buying the gift or if you already have the gift made, you want to wrap it somehow special, why not make a gift bag yourself? So this is the holiday gift bag that I made myself. I wanted to give it that very distinctive gift bag look. So using my brother's Layer 2, which is a combination machine, it's sewing and embroidery machine, I stitched out first design on this very beautiful linen fabric. Then I went ahead and I cut out from the fabric the shape that I needed. Again, you don't need a pattern for this. I'm going to include on the screen the measurements that I used. The most important part is that some of the lines need to match, and I'm going to add it on the screen right here. Then using interfacing that gives very sturdy effect, I backed the fabric, cut everything out and folded and stitched out. To create those very distinct edges, I folded and sew about 1-2 millimeters from the side. Then I added eyelets. If you don't have eyelets, you can either punch holes or you can make like a buttonhole stitch instead. And through those eyelets, I pushed a nice cord that I had. And this is it. My holiday gift bag was completed. Now, aside from the machine embroidery that took about half an hour to complete, this design was very simple and very quick to sew. The total sewing time after cutting was about maybe 10 minutes. So in one evening, you can definitely prepare a lot of these gift bags. And if you have like scrap fabrics that you want to use, you can definitely go ahead and use it for this project. And as I said, you can make it in any size that you want. And I'm going to post a more detailed tutorial on my Instagram Reels. So once it's posted, I'm going to link it in the description box down below. Now we are moving into more difficult projects, but these projects are some of my favorite projects ever. So they are creating custom garment or item for your loved one. So first item that I'm going to show you is the sweatshirt that I made for my son. So we have the small tradition that on every birthday, I make him a special sweatshirt. I add his name, I add his age, and I add some characters that he loves that year. So last year he was turning 2, he loved cars. Of course, I added cars. This year he loves dinosaurs. So I added the dinosaurs, I added the dinosaur spikes on the sleeves. I also have tutorial for that if you have the dinosaur lovers at home. And he absolutely loved this sweatshirt, and it makes his birthday even more special. And this is my tip: if you're making a clothing piece for someone else, if you're putting those hours, that lots of effort that goes into creating a garment for someone else, just make sure that you're making something they will actually enjoy. And my son loves wearing sweatshirts, clothes, he feels comfortable, he loves seeing the number he recognizes, the name he recognizes, the characters he recognizes, and wearing that special sweatshirt just puts him in a very special birthday mood. Now, this is of course one example. Another example is actually last year I gifted for my friend a dress that looks identical to the one that I'm wearing. She saw me wearing on Instagram and she sent me the message that maybe I could make her a dress like this as well. So she sent me her measurements. I let her choose fabric because this fabric comes in a few different colors. I made her this design. It's very simple design to make. It probably took me about 2 hours to stitch out the dress, and I sent it to her and she absolutely loved it. Now, I did it for her because I know that she's going to appreciate the gift that I made for her. Her mother is a seamstress, so she knows how much effort comes into making DIY clothes, and because of that she really appreciates it. And also I made the design I knew she was going to love, and I had her measurements, so I knew that it's going to fit. Now, not all projects have to be this massive as a clothing piece, because again, you need to know what the person likes, you need to know their measurements to do that, but you can do something that is one size fits all. So a few years back, I made my son and my husband matching bow ties from this old skirt that I had. They looked so cute in the photos, and these photos were so adorable, and just looking back in those photos and those memories just warms my heart. So maybe there's someone in your life that you can also give like one size fits all type of gift. It's very simple to sew, very quick to make. You can make several of these in one evening, but it's definitely going to put a smile on a person's face who is receiving that very thoughtful handmade gift. I do have a full tutorial for those bow ties, so I will link it in the description box down below. Now, another sewing gift idea is actually connected to the previous one, but if you're in a rush, if maybe you don't have time right now to sew because we don't have that much time left before the holidays, instead of gifting a completed garment, you can gift a coupon for a person for them to get the garment made by you. This way, yes, of course, there's a little bit of that surprise element ruined, but you can involve a friend or your family member into the process. You can select together the design, you can take actual, very accurate measurements that you need for the design. You can select together the fabric, and it's going to be a very fun thing to create. So if you don't have the time to make it right now before the holidays, if you don't know what specific garment that person is going to love, you don't have their exact measurements, a do-it-yourself coupon may be just the right idea to gift this holiday season. Another very cute idea is actually, if you have several friends that like sewing or just crafting in general, instead of gifting something, you can host a crafting sewing party where everybody would bring in their sewing machines or the crafts that they're currently working on, and you can like get a very festive mood together, make something together, and have so much fun creating together. For the craft night, you can even select a few of these very easy holiday gift ideas and you can make them together, because, for example, ornaments or like greeting cards, they can very easily be sewn even by a beginner sewist. And I'm going to complete this list of sewing gift ideas with my all-time favorite gift. And it's a gift that you're going to gift yourself. So this is actually the gift that I gifted myself last year. I love sewing coats. More specifically, I love sewing those very fitted, beautiful coats. Now the problem is, coats cost a lot because the fabric, the material, quality material really is pricey, and also they take quite a lot of time. So last year, between the holidays, I just took a little bit of time off and spent that time sewing and making the coat, and that was such a joyful time because I had so much fun. I enjoyed every single moment of making that coat, and that was my personal favorite gift that I gifted for myself last year. I truly enjoyed it, and as a result, I have this beautifully made wool coat that I'm going to cherish for decades. So this is a little bit of a selfish gift. But hey, during this holiday season, don't forget to treat yourself too. Thank you for joining me today, and if you have any other sewing gift idea, I would love to read it, so please leave it in the comments section below. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye!